We'll be talking about a DAC amp from XD05. So there are a lot of features to show here, hence we are doing this separately, and we'll be doing a quick unboxing and review of the unit itself. Before that, I would like to thank Linkso for sending this over for an honest opinion. So first of all, XD05, a little quick introduction to XD05. It is a company that come up with a lot of amp, DAC amp, tube amp. Okay, so they have a lot of series. We have the MT series where they give you a feeling of tube amp, okay, in a more reasonably price. And then also we have the XD series, which is the one that you're looking in right now, which is portable DAC amp, and also some XA series. So there are a lot of they are quite, I would say, have a lot of products in this realm. Okay, they have the amp, they have a lot of knowledge in amp and DACs and tube as well. And most of them, the price that they are selling is quite competitive, I would say, because a lot of amp out there nowadays, you know, that there are like kilobucks, okay, $2,000. So a lot of them are very expensive. But XD05 having the best, one of the best build quality and design, that have a very competitive and reasonably priced. So today we'll be talking about this XD05 XD05 Balance 2. Look at the name, you can see that this is the second version of XD05 XD05 Balance. Okay, we have XD05 Balance, we have the earlier version, which is the XD05 Plus and XD05 Basic. So there are a lot of them, and these, looking at their name, you can see that this has balance out. Okay, so is upgrade towards the previous version, but this Balance 2 is the same as Balance 1. Okay, basically the design language are the same, just that they did some little upgrades, okay, in terms of some of the specs. So let's dig into it and see what are the things that we can get inside. So first of all, unboxing the box is pretty nice. Okay, it's pretty nice, and like I said, not to worry about their design. You can see that, I mean, printing wise, packaging wise, I have no complaint about it. So it's a very premium unboxing experience. And forgot to mention about the price. This is selling at $429 US. You can catch it on sales quite often, like the one that we just had, the summer sales, which is you can get it for $369. So $369 so is a no-brainer. Okay, looking at the features that I'll be talking about later. First of all, this is the DAC amp itself. Okay, so it looks quite nice, nicely built. It's not very big. Okay, it's not very chunky. So in comparison to a phone, okay, so looking at the phone is slightly smaller than that. Okay, but then it's a little bit thicker. So if comparison to some of the DAC out there, it's just perfectly sized. Okay, just at around the same price, same size. So yep, size wise is very portable. That's why this is the XD series, is supposed to be portable. And we have here the Bluetooth connections, and let me talk about each of the ports and the functions that you have, okay, slowly. So first of all, you have a 6.3, okay, output and a balance output, and we have power on and off. We have the turbo switch, which stand for high gain, low gain, and we have the bass switch. Okay, this bass switch actually boosts around 4 to 5 dB of bass. Okay, it's quite fun to have this. Similar to i5, something from i5 also have such a switch that you can play around with your bass. And one of the things that I like the most is the knob over here. Okay, we have a knob over here which is quite stiff. Okay, I would say it's quite stiff, which is a good thing for me. I think it's a good thing if you don't want to accidentally trigger on it. So we have from 0 to 9, okay, to 9. But I bet you don't need all this. Okay, I don't think you would need to turn it all out, because this is a very powerful, I would say, amp. Okay, if you are using IEM like me, usually the volume that I would use is around like 0.9 okay, or to 1, okay, just 1 like that is good enough, okay, it's good enough. Even the hardest driving IEM shouldn't be any issue on this, okay, so 1 is good enough. And for headphone, okay, even if you have some very power hungry headphone, not to worry, okay, not to worry, this will power it good enough, okay, for your portable use. If you have some planar headphone that need a lot of juice, need a lot of power, not to worry, this will cover it all, okay. So after that we have, let's look at the back. We have here aux in and out, then we have the options for power, whether you want to use exterior power, okay, plug into the wall, or using the battery here, or you can just put it to charge, okay, put it to charge. And we have USB in, USB-C, of course, AES, balance, we have this is the power in, and then also we have the coaxial and optical. So on the left hand side here we have Bluetooth, we have the filters. They have 7 filters, okay, but to be honest, I can't really tell what is the difference between the 7 filters, okay. It don't make a whole lot of difference in that. And input, okay, you can change different input. For example, you can go with USB, you can go with Bluetooth, you can go in AES. So these are the place that you can change it all. And forgot to mention about the screen over here. So there's a screen here that will show you the mode that it is in, the filter that is in, and the battery level. And let's talk about the battery. The battery on here is 5000 milliamp, so it can, I would say, last quite a long while, okay, for IEM use, okay. IEM, you can easily use this for around like 15 hours, at least to my testing with the volume 10:1. I can use it for more than 10 hours right now, and the battery bar showing just half of it, okay, just half of it. So I suspect might even can go to 20 hours for IEM usage. But if you are using headphone, then you might need to see what power that you are going for, but I think this can last you quite a while. And they're also giving you fast charging as well, fast charge, but they never say that, they don't specify is it PD charge or quick charge, okay. So if you're using fast charging, you can charge this around like 3 hours or so, or if you're using slow charging, you can go up to like 6 hours. So it's quite easily charged item that you can use day to day. After you use it, after you finish using it for a week, then you can charge it and you're good to go next week. All right, so the main selling point, okay, of today would be this Opamps, okay. The biggest reason and the biggest selling point of this DAC amp is that you can change the Opamps, okay. Is why this is, I would say, outcompete the rest of the competitors. Why? For example, you have topping G5, you have i5 Griffon, yeah. So it outperforms those in this aspect, okay, because if you get those, and if you don't like the sound signature, okay, or you don't like the sound itself, then you have no way of doing anything except selling it. All right, over here they have this ability for you to change the op amp, okay. So what is op amp? So basically it's a chip, okay, for you to change, okay. Inside is very easy to change. You just need to plug it in, plug it out, and just plug and play. It's very simple. Just need to make sure that the op amp that you purchase are compatible, because we have different size, okay. For instance, these are the ones that they came with, so you can see that they are slightly different in size and shape as well. So just to make sure that the one that you have chosen is compatible with the casing itself, all right. And this has to be in dual, okay, not mono. And also the direction that you are putting it in must be correct. If not, you will screw the whole thing up. But then still, it's a very easy procedure. I think most of you, I think every one of you should be able to do it, okay. So they came with this 1612, which is by default, and they also provided another one over here, which I rarely use it, okay. So another one over here which I don't really like it that much. Okay, so we have two over here, two sets, and of course I've changed it to other Opamp to my likings. Okay, so Opamp in short is a chip, okay, for you to change the sound of your DAC amp. All right, so for instance, the default one that they came with is quite, I would say, energetic. Yeah, it has a lot of bass. Okay, it's quite energetic. Okay, it's quite intense, give you a lot of bass, a lot of energy, and sound staging is very good as well. So these are the default one that it came with. The other one that I don't like very much is a more linear sound signature. Okay, it's more calming, it's more laid back kind of experience, but has a lot of detail retrieval. So the one that I've changed it into is actually Burson V5i. Okay, that one is one of the best that you can get, because buying op amps, there are a trade-off. Okay, op amps, there are a lot of fake op amps out there. Okay, a lot, really, there are a lot of counterfeit item out there. So if you were to buy one op amp yourself, you need to make sure that the one that you bought is actually authentic. Okay, just buy from someone, a shop that you're really familiar with. Okay, or you can make sure that the one that you buy you can trust. So the one that I've gotten over here, because it's readily available in Singapore, and the shop that I went to is the distributor of Burson, hence, okay, I'm getting this V5i, okay, from Burson. It's a very, I would say, balanced, okay, balanced upgrades, is upgrade to all realms. Okay, it's not that it's very basic or very focusing in detail retrieval. Okay, V5i, for me myself, I think that is a average overall upgrade. Okay, it's an all-rounder upgrade. Okay, and it costs quite a bit. Okay, it costs around like $40 US each. So we have two there, so roughly spend around like $80 US for the upgrades. And these that you are looking right now, there are a lot of cheaper one out there. Okay, there are a lot of cheaper one out there. For example, we have some of these cost you around like $5, maybe to $8 each. Some even cheaper one will cost you like $2. Okay, so there are a lot of them which cost you differently. Okay, so just search for the one that you like. So for example, some of the recommendation I was given is some of the famous one, like for example the Muse 2. Muse 2 is quite affordable, it's quite easily, you can get it a lot of places. Okay, just to make sure that the one that you have gotten is authentic. The Muse 2, okay, is a little bit cleaner sounding. It might be a bit boring, but it's a little bit calmer sounding, but focusing on female vocal. Okay, female vocal on Muse 2 is quite nice. Okay, it's quite nice. Or if you are listening to like ACG kind of music, you can change it to OPA 627. And if you are listening to like classical, maybe like something, you can change to 8620. So there are a lot of different model of op amp out there. So it is another rabbit hole for you to dive into. So let's go to, let me show you all on how do we actually change the op amp. Actually, it's just fairly simple, I would say. Just you need to open up the four screw in the front, just the front. Okay, just the front, just four screw, open it up, and you get the faceplate over here like this, and you need to push this over here. There's an angle, there's an arrow here, asks you to give it a slight push, then easily you can take it out. Okay, usually I don't take the whole thing out, so it saves me a lot of trouble when putting it back. So you can see that over here, these two, okay, these two square little chip, okay, is the Burson V5i. Okay, so we have both of it here, so it's quite easily done. You can just plug it out and then just plug it back in, make sure that all the legs are inserted correctly. Then that's it. Okay, that's it. It's quite simple. So you can of course buy a whole lot of different op amp to try, okay, at your own, depends on your preference. So this is the one that I've chosen. And if you are have knowledge in Opamp, okay, if you know what are the op-amps that you want to go for, there really are basically unlimited amount of op-amp out there that you can choose from. So just screw it back and you are good to go. Okay, just screw it back on, then ta-da, good to go. You have a very nice looking DAC amp. Okay, so basically if you are wondering what is the changes between the balance and the balance 2, is that this has a lot of small minor upgrades, okay, but I would say the biggest difference is that this is 1.5 times more power than the balance OG. Okay, that one have an output of under 32 ohms. You have 1000 milliwatts, and this have 1500. Okay, so it's a little bit more powerful, and putting it here at 1 should go with, it should be good enough for all the IEMs. Putting it to like 5 to 6 is good enough for majorities of the headphone out there, okay, including something like the Sennheiser HD series. Okay, so how would I compare? Okay, I don't have a whole lot of other DAC amp out there. So the one that I have is the Cayin C9. So it's not really a comparison actually, because these are different. So in terms of size, you can see that these are the size different. Yeah, one being transportable, another one is portable. Okay, so it's a bit different in size, and this has a little bit more power. Okay, this has class AM, and also it has a tube as well. So you have the tube. Whoever that interested in this, you can check out my reviews. I did a review on this previously. So this is the C9, which is fairly, I would say, really is chunky, and this generate a lot of heat. Okay, if you're turning on class A and the tube, or you even turning on the tube alone, put this into your bag and you might have a risk of getting this exploded. Okay, because it's very warm, especially in country in the Southeast Asia. So but it's still very good sounding and very good pairing with some of the IEMs. And let's go back to this, and we have also, they don't come with a case, but it's a case you can buy it separately. You have like blue, you can have it brown, so you can get something like this. Okay, just put it into the case and can be nicely protected. Okay, just put it in like that, handsomely done. Say, because a lot of you out there maybe DABs, okay, or amp might have difficulties getting cover, okay, unless you get from third party. So okay, let's get back to the unboxing. So this, if you guys are ever interested in what are the things that they're given, actually they're given us quite a lot of accessories. Like, go over here, you can have 3 different boxes over here, and to take it out you can just do it like so. And let's see what are the things that they're given. Okay, we have, well, this is a very shiny looking cable in orange, and we have an AES cable, and we have a USB-C to USB-A converter, which is a good adapter, and good accessory. Okay, good accessories to be given together. And we have the second box here. Let's see. Okay, the second box basically are some of the cables. Okay, because if you are using USB, okay, USB-C to USB-C and to lightning cable as well. So USB-C to lightning cable, so you can plug this into your iPhone. And wait, let's go with the last one. So I guess the last one will be the one with a lot of manuals. So this should be the one that storing all the manuals. So like I said, manuals a 6.3 plug, and then we also have some rubber feet, and then some of the extra screws, okay, in case touch wood you lost some of it. So these are the packaging, the items that they came with. So I would say it's just quite comprehensive, especially with the op-amp, extra op-amp that they have provided. Okay, it's not that it's a very expensive stuff, but it's good for you to give us the extra op-amp, so you can play around with the sound, see whether which one suits your library best. Okay, they even provided some of the English with Chinese directions. I mean, how to do all this. The manuals are here, so it's quite good. Okay, how to replace the op-amp chip. Okay, simple as that. So that's it for the unboxing. Let's talk about the sound very briefly. Okay, so how does it sound? I'll be talking it from the context of the Burson V5i, okay, and the default one that they came with. So by the default op-amp chip that came with, the 1612, actually has a very basic presentation. So the bass here turns out to be, if you're having an IEM that the bass is a bit lacking or a little bit like pillowy, okay, not very firm and not very tactile, this will help it a little bit by giving it a lot of more slam, I would say more textured. Okay, it's more textured, that it has a little bit more tactility in the bass. And the biggest things of changes in the sound itself is the sound staging. Okay, the perceived sound stage on this is much wider. Okay, both on the V5i and the 1612. Okay, give you the sense of, I would say, immersiveness. Okay, so immersiveness, if you are giving you that sense of being at a concert hall live, okay, you can sense the music's all around you. Okay, so I like this quite a lot. Okay, I like this quite a lot compared to the C9, which they don't really change the songs, the sound a lot. Okay, I mean, the tube does give the music a little bit more warm, and the Class A give it a little bit more dynamics, but it's not as much as this X-Duo Balance 2, XD05 Balance 2. This give it a lot of coloration, yeah, a lot of coloration, but just give music a little bit more life, okay, more liveliness to it. Okay, and it don't sounded, I would say, harsh in any way. So it's not like over give you that, although it's very powerful, but it's not like over powerful that let you feel fatigue after listening. So it just gives you good sense of power, good sense of staging, good bass, and the sense of immersiveness. And if you use a better chip like the V5i, you can feel the details retrieval of the amp itself. Okay, everything just became a little bit more picturized. Okay, like you can picture how the band was playing the music better. Okay, in I mean, compared to if you plug your IEM straight to your phone. So especially I myself using the balance port quite a lot. So balance out of this is, I would say, separation, layering. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention about what is the difference with the 1612 and the V5i, the layerings. Okay, the layerings are a bit improved in a big leap. Okay, as I say, the layering of this X-Duo XD05 Balance 2, it gives you a sense of guitar. Okay, guitar is here, all right, and it doesn't bleed into other instruments. Drum is drum playing their own thing, guitar is guitar. They don't mix everything up. Okay, like for example, if you're using no offense, but if you are using something like Apple dongle and you try to play some more complex song like J-pop or band music, okay, so everything will be jumbled up together. Okay, so making it a very chaotic, very not refined, I would say, not refined. So the layering on this is very nice. If you have a lot of instruments going on, you can have each of them like doing their own job, okay, without like blending into each other, okay. So you can hear every different one of them, and the detail retrieval, I would say, is also benefited from there, where you can hear a lot of micro nuances on each of them. So overall, I think in terms of sound, okay, just sound alone, actually I like the sound on this more than the sound on the Cayin C9. Yeah, so really, if I were to pick only one, the one that I'll be going out using a lot would be the XD05 Bal 2, because of the sound improvement. If you ever wondered of getting one yourself, amplifier, I guess you don't have a lot of choices, okay, because you have like the i5, you have topping G5 and this, okay, all these are priced similarly. So if three of these, if you were to pick, of course there are benefits on each of them, okay. I would say the one biggest one of this is the ability to change your op amp, okay, give you a second chance, third chance, fourth chance to change it into the sound that you really prefer. So that's all for the video today. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully we'll be doing other tech review like this sooner. So that's all for today. Thank you guys, and see you. Bye bye.